November, it's going to bring you an opportunity, my gorgeous Aries, my gorgeous Aries. This opportunity is on one hand going to help you a lot to actually prove certain point to yourself, but also on another hand, this is going to be the whole next level of your particular journey, the whole new level, the whole next stage. It's about to be revealed as well at the same time. I quite like it because in particular the 23rd of November 2019, it is just going to be so much to do with kind of like some kind of option that is just going to bounce back into your life, some kind of option that is just going to start making sense again, something very strong and very powerful that is to do with your life that you kind of started not that long ago, and then you kind of like ended up having like some kind of an unfinished business with this. This element, this part of your spiritual journey, it's about to return into your life. It is all going to become kind of more evident and more obvious to you on the 23rd of November 2019, when not only you're going to start feeling very much so like oh my god, like the energy, you know, it's going to be quite nice because it's going to be like very vibrational, it is going to be very strong, and that in itself is going to create this particular magnetism, which is on another hand going to help you with your own reflection, and that in itself is going to be a really big moment because it is going to be like a very strong realization of like your you know, on the things that you have been focusing on, you know, especially in the last 24 months, and the little things that have been the part of your mind that would keep on coming back and they would go, they would come back and they would go. This is so important because this is not only about a certain option being revealed, this is not only about a certain stage being revealed, this is not only about like, you know, like the new dimension that it's about to start, which is the case most certainly, but this is so much to do with discovery of something that you have lost, but it's something that is so much connected to you and to your life, something that it's missing and something that it's about to bring a really wonderful and warm highlight when it comes to your life. I really like it because this is going to help you to reflect on your life so nicely, but also it is going to bring you a burst of really wonderful and beautiful energy, and that particular energy is just going to be the one which is going to be responsible for the certain push. This push that it's going to happen after the 23rd of November, it's going to be so powerful because it's going to make you to be like the part of the certain kind of problem, but you are going to be the one who is going to be the part of that particular solution for that particular problem. But this is all going to come out of the blue. This is all going to happen out of the blue, and that is going to bring you really wonderful realization, which is going to bring you an accomplishment, you know, the realization of an accomplishment, but also on another hand, you see, it is just going to be the realization that somebody, you know, you have to be a little bit careful about a certain person, a certain situation in your life, and this is what this all is boiled down to, because of the certain realization and the certain experience through somebody else, from somebody else. That particular moment in time is going to reflect on you in such a nice way, where you're going to end up with a whole new option and whole new solution. Somebody is going to show a little bit of like a not a really nice face, but that on another hand is going to be quite good for you because it's going to help you to make a certain decision and to move on with a certain stage in your life. There is also going to be an important news that you are going to have, an important news that you're also going to receive on the 23rd of November 2019, and this is not going to be such the news it's such, but this is going to be some kind of like a realization, some kind of like it's to do with your own accomplishment, it's to do with your own realization, but it's going to travel to you to like some kind of a news, and that is going to also become a wonderful option for you, my gorgeous Aries. My name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Aries, and it's for November 2019, so it's for you, my gorgeous Aries, and it's for November 2019, and when it comes to the actual number, of course, your number is number 9. It's a powerful number, and in numerology it means that it's about to bring you a really wonderful and nice an element of surprise. There is a certain option that is going to arise. There is a certain option that is going to happen, and that option is going to be like a financial option. So most certainly from the some kind of financial option, some kind of financial new stage which is about to reflect on you really nicely, this is going to kind of surprise you, but most certainly it's going to kind of become really relevant, ridiculously relevant option for you, which is just going to overshine everything else. But it's all going to make sense, because also at the same time, number 9 means that there is a returned puzzle. There is a certain puzzle that is about to come back, and that puzzle I've already mentioned. It's a very strong connection with what happened in the last 36 months and what is happening right now with you, my gorgeous Aries, because by the end of November there is an option, there is the realization that you will have throughout November, but by the end of November there is some kind of new stage that you become very, very, very certain about indeed. Number 9 also means that there is an opportunity that you will have this month, and that opportunity is also going to become a very good new option indeed. It's a lot to do with like some kind of like a attraction. It's a lot to do with some kind of appeal, request, and the challenge most certainly. But you're gonna feel very brave. And the key is just to keep on feeling brave, because something really big and really important is coming, and it's going to happen in a form of an unfoldment where you will be able to find yourself on a different ground and where you didn't find yourself before. So this is going to bring certain like a little bit of a baby stress, or a certain like a little bit of a nervousness. But that on another hand, indeed, it's going to be a very important moment in time, because it's all about your desire and all about your determination, what you were determined to do, what you were determined to be, what you were determined to become. Now most certainly this is about to come, this is about to unfold indeed. It was a little bit delayed. This is also to do, number 9 is also to do, and very much so in numerology wise, in numerology, and when it comes to you and your particular journey, that you were hoping for this to happen. There is something that you really wanted to happen in a long time, but sometimes when we are projecting so strong and we are waiting, then it seems like it's taking slightly longer, and sometimes most certainly it does take slightly longer. It all depends whether it's clouded around us, whether it's to do with our spiritual journey, our karma. It all depends, but most certainly this is going to be something that is connected to your own delay, and something that caused some kind of like a frustration indeed. So now this is going to bounce back, and is going to provide you with a wonderful opportunity. Not only this is going to be some kind of opportunity that you're going to have, no, this is going to be a very good opportunity, and most certainly you just have to remember it's a lot to do with an apprenticeship, with a new stage, with a new option in your life. Even if you're retired, this is still going to be an important time, because it's to do a lot with a new option in your life indeed. And all what you have to remember, and what I have to stress, is there is a lot going to be happening, and it's a lot going to be buzzing around you this month. You know, you're going to be buzzing yourself. So just remember that sometimes that can kind of take your attention, and you can get stressed, but you don't want to, and you don't need to, or you shouldn't really get stressed. Just remember that it's important to stay sharp, and it's important throughout the month of November to stay committed to the task at hand, because this is going to be the key. This is going to be the answer. As more concentrated you are, as more concentration levels by you are risen, are very strong, are very powerful, the more you are going to be finding out all around your spiritual journey. The more you're anticipating and pinpointing in your mind towards certain direction, the more you're going to kind of slow it down. So now this is just all about stay committed to the task at hand, and just don't think and don't focus too much on things what you would like to happen, what would you like to achieve, and this is going to unfold, this is going to happen, this is going to manifest, and this is going to be your spiritual journey, spiritual key, spiritual realization, spiritual advice. Just stay committed to the task at hand no matter what is happening, and that is going to bring you the breath of like a fresh energy indeed, and that in itself is just going to manifest so wonderfully, and it's going to kind of like bring you a really nice and rather interesting option. Okay, what else I was going to say, a little message also from the spirit for you, my gorgeous Aries, for November. A little message from the spirit for you, my gorgeous Aries, for the actual November 2019. Absolutely brilliant. You are just just about to discover something very special about your life, something very emotional about your life, and something that was missing. You know, this November is just going to be so important because there is something that was missing in your life, and most certainly the November, by the end of November, this is not going to feel like it. And even if you don't know what is missing, by the end of November, you are most certainly going to find out. Very, very important moment in time indeed. When it comes to your actual health, my gorgeous Aries, it is rather important for you to make sure that you are still taking organic wheatgrass, which is what I recommended before. An organic wheatgrass from like a New Zealand is going to help you quite a lot when it comes to your actual bloatedness, because I think your stomach, your digestion is going to be slightly sensitive. Organic wheatgrass from New Zealand, and also if you can get like an organic aloe vera juice and take organic aloe vera juice on daily basis as well, okay? And organic wheatgrass, you take like a little bit of glass of water and take a little teaspoon, mix it up and just drink it every single morning on an empty stomach. And this is going to kind of help, not kind of, but this is going to help you so much, like with your energy, with your protein levels, with the, it's full of goodness, but also it's going to help you with rejuvenation and to flush out the toxins out of the system. Okay, what else I was going to say to you, and aloe vera also, like if you can take on daily basis, rather important, very significant, and just make sure that you're kind of drinking as much water as you can, because throughout November this is going to be an important time just to make sure that you flush out the toxins out of the system as much as you can. And what else I would rather suggest you to get, it would be like a dandelion tea, or an organic dandelion tea, because your liver and kidneys are going to be quite sensitive. So you just drink organic dandelion tea without any sugar, any rubbish like that, please. And also blueberry, raspberry, goji berries and strawberries, or any berries, if you can get organic, and just take it every single morning and just drink this like on an empty stomach also. And that is going to help you so beautifully with your liver and kidneys. It's going to work like a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful filter indeed. Okay, so now basically going on the very first date in November 2019, it's basically, my gorgeous Aries, the very first day is going to be the 1st of November. Now, the 1st of November, there is some kind of negativity going to be around you, like not in a bad way, but you're going to kind of like feeling drawn, you're going to start feeling drawn towards a certain stage, certain part of your life in the last couple of months, and especially that didn't work, and something didn't unfold in a way that you would want to unfold, and something didn't happen, and you were like kind of expecting something to unfold when it comes to your own success, so you can go, like you can carry on doing, you know, focusing on the next stage of your life. But unfortunately, sadly, this kind of like took its time. This like kind of took its time, like by being like quite a little bit slow. And this is something that is going to be at the back of your mind and on your mind on the 1st of November. But it's actually really good, because what is going to happen later on, and number 9 is going to make a very strong significance here. Number 9 is going to be very significant indeed, and you can have a number 9 like around you, or on your hand, or on a little bit of paper, on a pendant, you know, like or throughout the day, because this is going to kind of help you to raise this vibration. But the bottom line is that there is going to be the direct success from the negativity that you had. The direct success is going to be brilliant, and it's going to be so good about your victory, material attainment indeed, and it's just automatically that is going to make you feel good, that is going to make you feel so much better, and you're going to start feeling very strong and powerful healing energy. Very, very good indeed, and that is going to reflect on you, believe me or not, on your health. And this is brilliant, because on one hand physically it's going to be good, but then on another hand, when it comes to your optimistic way of thinking, you're just going to start feeling really good buzz here. This is absolutely brilliant, because this is all about the victory, but you're going to find yourself being in an advanced level here, and you're going to realize, ooh la la, my baby, I'm going to be able to do this, I'm going to be able to do that. And this is why this is so good. It's going to bring you the world of opportunities indeed. The second, what else I was going to say, this is so much to do with the practical knowledge and the business acumen. Something is going to kind of have a really nice flip-flop here in the best possible way. The realization, and that's something that you have done, it's going to kind of make you realize a really beautiful advantage. And also when it comes to materialistic thing, materialistic life, there is going to be a wonderful materialistic gain that you're going to have. This is all very karmically strong, karmically powerful, and it's coming from the time when you were like focusing in life a lot, you were working and you did the right things. So that's why this is now the karma. It's about to reward you. Your spiritual journey is about to give you a really nice and wonderful reward. So most certainly this is the time of reward here. The second date, it will be on the 14th of November. Now the 14th of November, it's an important day because there is a certain advice that you are going to get here from somebody, and that advice is absolutely brilliant because on another hand it's going to be directly responsible for you making the right decision, for you making the right choice, and this in itself is going to lead towards your own wheel of fortune. And that wheel of fortune that you are going to have is going to give you such a nice and beautiful feeling, and it's going to make you realize, oh my god, it's about the destiny and fortune. These words are going to be ringing in your head like there is no tomorrow, but it's all about the advancement and the realization and a beautiful option, but also the realization that a long problem that was preventing you to move on in your life is slowly coming to an end. It's brilliant. It's so good because this is just going to start to be the time when the light is going to start shining on your life indeed, and it's going to make you automatically creative. This is going to mean so much to you, and a beautiful realization, it's beautiful option, it's going to be available for you here, something that is going to start unfolding in your life later on. But you will know that this is a rather important and very powerful and very significant beginning indeed. You see, I highly suggest you to get something like a dry sage and something to do this throughout November. It will be rather important because it is going to be highly spiritual month. The energies, the vibrations are going to be very like a supercharged because a lot is going to be happening. So that's why I'm just like suggesting you to get like a dry sage and just make sure that you do it like about a couple of times this month in November. If you could do it, this is going to help you quite a lot. Just make sure you close all the windows, you lock all the doors. Make sure you close all the windows, make sure you go into every single room in the house, but beforehand you just light this with a lighter and just make sure you go everywhere, you smoke everywhere, and then at the end just open the window. As the smoke goes away, you know, the negativity and negative energy or any energy negativity that could have been accumulated over the time, it will go away. If you would like to buy this dry sage stick to smudge your home with, you can get this from my channel and the link from my shop, you know, the link is in the description below. And by buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. Okay, so now the third important date, my gorgeous Aries, is going to be on the 26th of November. Now the 26th of November, it's important, and this is when you're going to feel very strong. This is going to feel very adventurous, and also on another hand, this is the time when you're going to feel very strong courage and very powerful strength, energy, determination, okay, and confidence. And this is all going to come from the certain accomplishment. You will be aware of the certain accomplishment, and that accomplishment that you're going to become aware of is going to be directly responsible for you making a very important decision when it comes to discontinuance of certain effort. That's an important discontinuation going to happen here indeed, and some kind of friendship is going to be renewed. Somebody is also about to return into your life. This person is meant to be in your life and is going to play an important role later on. Okay, and also 26th of November, it's going to be connected to a very strong and powerful journey, some kind of departure. And this is so important because the energy of this day is going to be attached to it. So whenever you go, as long as you plan or book on this day, you direct your energy towards it on this day, you know, it's going to help you later on, because what is going to happen is the energy of this particular day is going to be attached to it, and also it is going to kind of like shower you with a beautiful realization when it comes to some kind of idea you will have when you go on this journey, while you're there, while you're coming back. It depends, as long as the energy is attached to it indeed. But also it is just such a beautiful day when it comes to your own creativity, the beginning of something very important. And this is for what it all comes from, you realizing first an advancement, and then the realization, and then this continuation, and then the beginning of something very important, because now you're just going to get rid of those things that are no longer serving you, those things that you no longer need, and automatically you just get get things going. And this is just going to end up with the number 1 being very powerful, strong number when it comes to luck here, indeed, because it's also going to be the beginning of something very important when it comes to your own gain, the birth of something very important, which means that something is going to start here and it's going to last for long time. The beginning of a very, very meaningful experience and adventure when it comes to your life, when it comes to your feelings, and when it comes to your emotions. Another things I really highly recommend you to get is this beautiful carnelian. Look at this gorgeous carnelian. There are lots of conversations that you are going to have throughout of November. They're going to be very important. They're going to require from you to be tip-top with things, you see. And carnelian is very good for grounding and for conversation, for the conversation flow in between us and other people. So it helps us in those parts of our lives, in those parts of our spiritual journey when we feel really like kind of scared, or when we feel like a little bit like a negative or a little bit paranoid, or we are not too sure what to say. You know, it depends what feelings these other people kind of like enhanced in us, you see. So carnelian, it's very, very good when it comes to the energy flow. I highly suggest you to wear this or to have this in your pocket, you know, throughout of November. And if you would like to buy this, you can get this from my channel, and the link is in the description below. And by buying things from my channel, of course, you're supporting my channel as well. So this is something I highly recommend you. Now, basically, going on the very first part of November 2019, I really like it, the way you're going to feel. It is just all about your practicality and security, and there is a safe feeling, like a very good feeling of being safe, you know, because the certain wish it came through, the certain wish came forward. Something is going to start unfolding that didn't unfold in a long time, and it's to do with an option when it comes to your life. An additional option is just going to start shining brightly. It's going to say hello, like an option, like an apprenticeship, or like some kind of option, some kind of promotion. It is all about going on a certain level, on the next level. And just remember to not to be selfish. You will see how you can take this message, you will see what you can make of this message, or what you can create of this message. But the little message from the spirits is not to be selfish, whatever it comes along, whatever it comes across, because it's going to bounce back 1,000 times at you. Just come back. You're also going to be very, very beautiful. You're going to have a beautiful energy when it comes to being very assertive. Something is going to start here, and it's going to make your mental energy very sharp, very strong, very important. And that in itself is going to make you like a little bit like indecisive when it comes to making certain option, kind of attaching to the certain idea, and that is going to become an obstacle. But most certainly the answer to that obstacle is going to be the healing and forgiveness. Healing and forgiveness. If somebody does something to you, if somebody is negative to you, just remember, it's an important moment in time just to forgive and forget, because that in itself is just going to help your spirit like kind of evolve. But on another hand, it's going to bring you for healing instead of negativity. Also, you know, very good news from the certain authority person. Somebody who is an authority figure, an authoritative person, is just going to give you a really good news, and that news is going to help you to realize something very important about your life and about your journey, and about something that you will want to do later on. It's some kind of idea. It's going to become rather delicious. The second part of November, it's going to be all about, you know, recognitions. You know, you will be recognized. This is important because this is the moment, this is the time of recognition when you're going to be recognized for your work, for what you were doing, for what you wanted to be recognized. And that in itself is going to bring you the whole new inspiration and potential. And it's brilliant. And immediately it's going to put you to deal with a certain burden when it comes to something about security and power, and where you want to get, what you want to do. Something is going to kind of create a certain burden, but most certainly this is going to be so good because you will be able to like kind of like a step away from the situation for just a tiny little while. You're going to kind of chill out a little bit, and then that is going to be the greatest awakening, because something is going to come to you. An indecisive situation first is going to flow. Oh my God, what I'm going to do? But then again, decision will be made, and that decision is going to be the greatest awakening, very important and certain awakening that you are going to have, my gorgeous Aries. And there is something very important you're going to do here. You're going to start here. You're going to plant a little seed that is going to have a second turn, second very big stage in April 2020 indeed. So watch this space, my babies. Watch this space, because you're going to start something very big here. On another hand, big news when it comes to home, immediately family members and things like that. Some kind of good, brilliant news, and which is going to lead towards a big change, but also you will do something and people around you are going to feel really pleased. People around you are going to feel really proud of you, and you're going to feel very proud of yourself as well. You are going to feel very strongly connected to make a certain change when it comes to your home as well. Very important to just keep going with this feeling of changes, because it's going to bring something significant into your life every single time you do it. Okay. And also, what else I was going to say, you see, it is just one step into unknown. This is what's going to happen by the time you get to the last part of November. It is just all going to seem so interesting, so important, and so different, because you're going to find yourself in a dimension, in a stage, in an area of your life that you didn't think that you would find yourself. And this is why November will be so interesting, because there is just so much that is just going to happen to you, that by the end of November, the things are just going to be completely different, because you will be looking at them from a completely different angle, because of the accomplishments that you, and realizations and the certain options that you will change by then. So the end of November is going to be so good, not only because of the certain option, it's just going to like really shine really brightly, but it's just like a certain time when you had like a worry and loss, something to do with a worry and loss, and something to do with a certain stage, certain time in your life is just going to kind of have a really nice bounce back. Something is going to give you another option, another opportunity to kind of deal with certain situation, to make a necessary adjustment when it comes to some kind of professional life, some kind of realization, some kind of a decision that you made that wasn't maybe the best not that long ago, and because it was somebody who was scrutinizing you, and somebody who was scrutinizing you, somebody who was making you feel negative, or somebody who was bringing your vibration low, somebody very scrutinized, horrible person, kind of like made your energy like a little bit weaker, and kind of like edited your energy in such a way where you can kind of feel this in a, you know, and it affects you. Of course it does, it can affect us. It depends how strong people are and how negative or how positive this energy is. When it comes to this, some kind of scrutinous person affected you in a certain way, and that affected your balance, and that affected your like kind of decision making. You see, this is very complex, and it's very deep, and it's very spiritual, but the bottom line is that this is coming to an end karmically when it comes to karma and when it comes to your spiritual journey. And this is a very important completion, that it's coming to an end, and you are going to make some kind of decision, you are going to make some kind of adjustment, and that in itself, it's going to be an important moment in time, because from the powerless situation, from the negative situation, from something that was really negative and that was preventing you to be yourself, now you're about to liberate yourself. You're about to liberate yourself. And that's why I'm saying that the powerless situation is going to become a really wonderful liberation. And that in itself is going to be really step in a very powerful direction indeed. And also a certain option that is going to come out of it, like a financial option after that moment in time, is just going to seem like, oh my God, thank God, thank God, thank God. This is exactly how you're going to feel. These are the exact emotions that you are going to have. And it's just going to be like a really interesting unfoldment of the certain new stage in your life, and it's just going to feel so much lighter. It's just you know, it's just going to feel so much optimistic, so much positive. Absolutely fantastic indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Aries, I'm just going to connect to those of you that are actually in relationships. It is just an important time when it comes to some kind of decision. You're going to make a decision, and that decision is going to affect both of you when it comes to your prosperity, when it comes to security, when it comes to the certain safety. Some kind of decision you will make that will reflect on you and your partner for a long time. And I like it because the bottom line is that something is going to happen this week, an unfoldment of the certain situation, and it's going to be really good. On one hand, financially, it's going to be brilliant because you're going to hear really important news, but on another hand, a certain overburdening feeling and excessive pressures are coming to an end that you two as a couple had to go through. And this pressure was kind of like really prevented you to move on with your life, or prevented you to like to feel excited or to relax. Maybe subconsciously it was taking quite a lot from you. So basically the certain problems, certain issues coming to an end that was causing lots of stress to you. But on another hand, this is going to bring a rather nice turnaround when it comes to finances and things like that. And there is something really important that you are both going to make, create and start when it comes to your future, and when it comes to your family, when it comes to your security, and when it comes to your safety indeed. An important important month for the couples. And for those of you that are single and ready to mingle, you see, you just need to be a little bit careful. There is going to be a very important moment in time you will have this month, and you are going to meet someone. Someone is going to confuse you a little bit, but it is not going to be the right person for you. But it is going to have a very, very wise message for you. Somebody who you will meet, somebody who you will fancy, somebody who you will like, but then again, you know, you're still going to find them really interesting. Lots of emotions you're going to go through when you meet this person. But the most wonderful thing is that this person will have a very, very special message for you. And that message that you will have is just going to be incredible, because you will be able to use it in your life, and you will be able to understand certain things you didn't understand before. And then after that moment in time, something very special is going to come into your life. Someone very special is going to come into your life. It's going to manifest in your life purely because you will start thinking in a different way without you even realizing. Very, very important moment of time of realization indeed. And you will see exactly what I mean. I can see you going out and having lots of great time and flirting like a vavavumishly flirting a lot. And that's exactly what you need to do, because it's just going to help you so much with your life, and it's going to like be so good when it comes to your own confidence. You will love it, you will love it, you will love it. Okay, my gorgeous Aries, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love you all to bits. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing and light to every single one of you. Okay, my gorgeous Aries. Okay, my gorgeous Aries, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Gorgeous Aries, love you. Happy November.